I'm 1 minute early, but that's all right. 1 minute's fine. Um, hello. The dog will be here at some point. Right now, he's napping with his father in the bed. They go to bed very early, but they'll traipse back through in a little bit, I'm sure. So you'll get to see him and visit with him, as he is just precious. I haven't been on a live in at least a week, I think. Uh, but that does not mean I've not been doing anything. I've still been walking. Uh, but it's been so windy that I can't really take y'all with me because it it goes shh on the microphone, and that's just not good. So when the wind dies down and we don't have all that going on, then you know, hey Glenn, how you doing? Um, I'll take y'all back outside with me. But for now, with the wind going so hard, I can't see, I can't hear, when I play it back. And then the other thing is, I did get myself some. There's a little fuzzy. I'm glad you're doing good, Glenn. Those little fuzzy microphones that are supposed to, but quite honestly, I haven't quite figured out how they work. As y'all know, I'm a bit technically challenged. Um, Here I'm trying to get this up on my TV so I can see it. I find that I can read the chats better on the TV than I can if it's on the this little screen, which isn't really all that little, but that's okay. So, um, what have y'all been up to? Big dreams. Hey, did you finish the bathroom? And yes, I do have a spot of tea. It's actually more than a spot. Um, did you finish? Oh, school. I remember the days of school. There were certain aspects of school that I was very good at. It would have been called the socialization part. I did not particularly care for school. Well, hello, hello, hello. Oh, good, I'm glad you finished. Is that all the floor now, Big Dreams? Have you finished with all the floor? Hello, Mama Goat, how you doing? Uh, I am doing really well. Mama and I went shopping a little bit today. I'm trying to get some of my holiday stuff taken care of and out of the way because I'm glad you're doing great, Mama Goat. I don't like to wait till the last minute to do my holiday stuff. I like to have it all done. In truth, I like to have it all done by Thanksgiving. Oh, you haven't done it? Oh, that's nice. Well, yes, it's actually, I wrote it down. It's 57 days till Christmas and 29 days till Thanksgiving. That's really not a lot of time, especially if you take into consideration having to clean and do all the other stuff that goes into it. Now, my husband takes care of the outside, and he does have to help me. Oh, see, I think I'm gonna decorate some this weekend too, Mama Goat. Oh, I don't care about Halloween. Don't care about Halloween at all. We don't get any trick or treaters, John. And the truth of the matter is, uh, I, I got one grandbaby, and now see, this is something about the Halloween. Back in the day, we had a pillowcase, and we did. Thank you. God does love me, and I love God. We had a pillowcase on Halloween, and we would go around and get the candy. But it was one day. And it didn't matter if it was a Tuesday or if it was a weekend. You had the one day to trick or treat. That was it. They trick or treat all the time now. Last weekend, this week, every day this week, the weekend coming up, they're going. It's like this endless Halloween with all this candy, and let's face it, some people can't afford to do that. By the time you buy a costume and all that candy, and they do the trunk or treat things where the people decorate their cars up and park them places, and I understand we had some issues with safety. When my children were young, we did one day. Now my children aren't like DG Outdoors. Hello, how are you today? So I just quite honestly, when they were little, we took them to certain people's homes that we knew, and then one year we had a Halloween party. Hello, Josh, how you doing? But I don't really like this just immersing the whole year of, that was Christmas, the whole year, the whole month, or at least 2 weeks, of just all this bombardment of Halloween candy and everything. And let's face it, what happened to Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin? Where is it? I miss those things. I love the Christmas ones, with the abominable snowman and the little boy wanted to be a dentist. Those ones, I love those ones, but I'm not really into. And then I don't want to scare any little children. I want to. I want them to feel secure. And plus, my dog, he is not going. Hey, show and tell, my dog is not going to tolerate people knocking on the door. Oh, Glenn, you're correct. Even if you get the candy marked down, to get a good candy, chocolate, and not some kind of little lollipop, you putting out an investment. I know I have a friend of mine, and she lives in a really nice neighborhood, and she said she had well over 100 trick-or-treaters. Well, when you start doing that, Pearlman, hey honey, I didn't see you slide in here. By the way, Pearlman, you're looking a little peaked. You might need to take the day off. But some people just can't afford all that. And quite honestly, I think it's mom and daddy eating the candies. Not them children. That's just me. So, yeah. There was somewhere recently, it was my cousins. My cousins were here visiting. And they have a fair going on in town where they live. And I will tell y'all a little tiny secret. One of my favorite things in the world, and I don't eat them right now, but is a candied apple. That bright red candied apple. But those things are like $7 at the fair now. Herman, you always at work. Lord have mercy. My husband's been coming home a little bit earlier from work lately. Kind of discombobulates me. I'm used to him being home later. About the cousins. Well, see, I don't mind trick-or-treaters per se, but and don't come to my house after 9 o'clock. If my lights are on outside, that's fine. If my lights are not on outside, do not come traipsing up to my house. My people might be asleep because they got to go to work. See, Pearlman? That's because they're delicious. That's why she loves them. Oh yeah, Reese's, honey. My husband loves him some Reese's. In fact, they had Reese's on the sale at the grocery store. They had buy one get one, and they're the little bats, the little bat Reese's. And we had this conversation over the weekend. I think the ones that are special shapes, like the egg, and they do the little Christmas tree and stuff of the Reese cups, those taste better than just a regular Reese cup. We should do a poll. I don't know how to do that, but we should do a poll and see what people think. The shaped Reese's taste better than the regular little cups. And some, see, I know, Mama Goat, they do taste better. The other thing that I think is amazing to me is that they've made all these new flavors. Have you seen them? They've got like Oreo ones, and they've got white chocolate ones. Mm-mm. No. What's wrong with just leaving it this regular old way? And you can buy Reese peanut butter now? Like just a jar of Reese peanut butter? I've not had it. I do wonder if it does taste like mother. Mother.
Excuse me.
Is that what you think? Maybe they just have more peanut butter in them, Mama Goat? Maybe that's it. Hey, Alan. I just don't know.
I thought we had good chocolate.
They just taste better. Carolina, how you doing this evening? Did you get all your treasures put away that you bought over the weekend? Well, tell your fiance, I believe I saw her sitting there with you. Lovely looking young lady. She seemed real nice too. What about cookie dough? I've never been one of those people who really loves cookie dough. Now my friend Amy, she loved chocolate chip cookie dough. But it's just not my thing. Caroline, I'm on the hunt for some lovely Christmas things myself. Nicole, hey honey, how you doing? I didn't know if you was gonna make it tonight, but I am so glad that you have. Oh, I do have to say that I do like cheesecake. There is a carnivore cheesecake that I can eat. I don't very often because it kind of puts you in a mindset that I don't need to go in. Oh, honey, Mom, I went to Hobby Lobby. What was it? 2 weeks ago, I think it was, something like that. And I got crafty stuff, mostly crafty stuff. I did get one nutcracker because I collect them for my son and for my grandbaby. And this one's so cute. She hadn't seen it yet. But it's pink and it's like a little ballerina one nutcracker. She's gonna be real happy about that. And then I do these little we have this advent calendar thing that you pull open the little drawers. It's beautiful. And so in the little drawers, I bought little Christmas charms, and I fill the little advent calendar up with the little Christmas charms. And then every day she opens one, and we can add it to her bracelet that she will, I hope, be able to keep all of her life. And, so we do little things like that. Well, now, see, I have an uncle who is 90 now, and his favorite thing in the world is milk and Oreos, and he has eaten them for many, many, many years. Okay, them little Debbie cakes. Okay, my grandbaby likes the ones that are called Swiss rolls, and she doesn't just like them; she loves them. That's what she wants for her birthday. She wants me to bake a cake, put frosting on it, and then line the outside of it with them little them little cakes. And she said, Granny, she's very specific about what she wants. Cut one of them up and you can put them all over the top. So guess what she's going to get? Yes. Mom, I'm sure you can find. Oh, I know that they have fishing advent calendars because I have seen those. And when you open them, it's a new fishing lure. In fact, I thought about getting it for Radar's Bush Camp. They're very cute.
Somebody just asked about him a while ago.
Radar he's fine. He's at home and it's cold, and so it kind of puts him in a little bit of a funk, quite honestly. Hello, half-ass ready. How you doing? Yeah, that baby loves her some Swiss rolls. When we get her, which I get her every Wednesday, she always, minute she hits that car, she wants to know if she can have Swiss roll when we get home. So, hello horses, how you doing? But anyway, that's the kind of cake. And today, my mama and I got a Carvel ice cream cake to accompany her birthday cake. Cause who don't like a Carvel? I'm not gonna eat any of it, but Lord have mercy. Yes, it'll be fabulous. So Breyer's Crab Smart. Oh, the Carb Smart. Yes. I have had that before. And it's not bad. You know, if you're really craving something sweet, that's not a bad thing to do.
Oh.
Well, you just come over and visit us anytime you want to. I come every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, and I post stuff pretty regularly. And I'm reading a book right now. I'm reading The Long Winter by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And I have explained why I'm reading it, but I'll explain it again. I'm reading it because people have asked me, how do you get yourself, what puts you in a prepper's mindset? Well, in the 4th grade, we read the books. And so from that point on, I have always been where I don't want to be caught off guard. I don't want to be caught, and I live in Florida. We are not going to get no blizzard. That's pretty much a guarantee. We're not going to have a blizzard, but we have hurricanes. Even from very early on, I was in the mindset of I don't want to be unprepared for any situation. And so that's kind of just always stuck with me throughout many years. Y'all are so kind. Thank you. Speaking of hurricanes, y'all say a little prayer, maybe a big prayer. Light a candle, whatever your choices of religious things are for those people in Jamaica, because when I tell you that it's a poverty, very poverty, and Haiti, well, any of that whole area, it's some poor people, and their homes are going to be completely obliterated, and they are going to have floods, and it's just going to be just an absolute horrible thing, and the loss of life is going to be just, I've already seen quite a bit of footage, and it's bad. It's bad. So say a prayer for those people. Do I do any canning? Oh, honey, do I do any canning? Oh, yes, of course. In fact, I've just bought some jars, and my husband just has a hissy fit. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, horses. I love to can things. I have just recently, hello Lois, how you doing? I just recently started using up some of my canned butter. And, because my grandbaby and I, we canned butter. One year we canned a lot of butter. But yes, I do can things, and I my sister and I have been trying to think of something that we could can to give as a gift, you know. And it might be some caramel. We've been looking at that one. It might be something with cranberries because, you know, uh, cranberries are going to be on sale with the holidays. Um, we just don't know. And she's got a lot of grapes because she's a lot of grapevine. So we just got to figure out what we want to do. Oh, okay. Which hockey game you gonna watch, Mama Go? Uh, because I'm a Panther fan. My sister is at the game. Her and my brother-in-law. So you know that if you're not a Panther fan, I'm sorry, but that's who I'm cheering for. But you have a good night. Cheer loud. Um, I love a good hockey game. Um, but in fact, there's one of the little fellas that's on the team. I told my sister, I said, I kind of want one of his jerseys. My favorite player on that team is the goalie, Bob. That's what they call him. I can't pronounce his name. It's like this long. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Okay, you don't like regular, just old sweet corn? Ooh, I like sweet corn. Now, my husband likes corn anyway at all. And his grandma used to make sweet corn, cream corn, and that's one of his favorites. Um, you know, I have to say I do love corn. I don't eat corn anymore, but I do love corn. And the thing of it is, hate to burst your bubble, corn has absolutely no nutritional value. It's a starch. But you know what? It does taste good. Corn fritters. I like me some corn fritters. Yeah. Uh, well, I was born and raised in Florida, and my people are from North Florida, and my daddy's people are from Kentucky. So yeah, we're from the South. We like sweet tea, sweet potatoes. Okay, I canned a bunch of sweet potatoes, um, and it's so easy. It's so easy, and sweet potatoes are really good for you. As far as the potato family. Molasses, yes. Molasses are delicious. Okay, I've been to Disney World more times than I care to admit. I am not going back. It's too crowded. There are too many people. But you know, and it was god awful hot anymore to go, and it's ridiculously expensive. Um, to take a family of 4, even if you're not spending the night over there, because we're close enough we can drive back and forth. It's costs too much. Now I have a friend of mine who has like a pass that she goes all the time, and that's lovely for them. But I've seen it all. Don't want to go back. The same thing anymore with Universal. I mean, I would go if my daughter were around and wanted to go, but I'm not going. Oh, sweet potato fries. Those are delicious. Now my daughter, my grandbaby, she likes just regular old fries. Oh, see, you spent a bunch of money if you were there with the whole family of 5 and a dog. Yeah. Okay, I love me some barbecue, and I enjoy shrimp immensely. And shrimp and grits is delicious. I love scallops. My husband loves crab legs. I like fried clams, but I don't like. Mm-mm. I don't eat anything raw that comes out the ocean. That I'm not a sushi person at all. Um, well, if you go to Mexico, be very careful. There's a lot of evil stuff that goes on in Mexico. Um, Now, Pearlman, my favorite fish, I think we talked about this, is that hogfish. But now my neighbors brought back some fish from Alaska. Halibut, it was delicious. It was so good. Uh, y'all getting cold nights? Well, it has cooled off, I will admit, but it's still hot. And we've had so much rain the last few days. There have been I live in Indian River County. The next county up from me is Brevard County, and in North Brevard County, they have had so much rain and so much flooding that parts of the roads have just collapsed. There's also sinkholes going on. This just weather can just wreak havoc on people. Um, so yeah, there's a lot going on. Ooh, 43 degrees. That's a little chilly. However, I would like it just once in a while. Well, now see, I have my slippers on right now. Because I don't like for my toes to get cold. But when we go to Ohio, I have to keep my slippers on all the time. Oh yeah, see Nicole, I don't know how y'all do that. Well, now see, but you're in Southwest Indiana, aren't you now? I think that's what you told me. And my grandbaby wants us to go back to Ohio. She said that she did not get to go to pick apples, and she was right, she didn't. But I don't know what we're gonna do. Well, come on, Nicole. I got a camper, and it's not far from the pool, quite honestly. But and I did make chili, Alan, yesterday. In fact, I made chili, and then I also made potato soup. Mama loves potato soup. My husband loves chili, so I made both of those yesterday. Good night, Mama. We don't have anything to do tomorrow, do we? She's deaf as a post, people. She's got these hearing aids in both ears, and she'll tell me, I can't hear the TV, and she'll want me to turn it up. We put closed caption on there now, because I was like, okay, we can't turn it up anymore. I'm fixing to get vibrations coming off the TV. Okay, so taco soup. I've probably had it, but I've never made it. I have made like a taco burrito type casserole thing. I have a friend of mine that I make dishes for. And they really like that one. And I can soup, and I also freeze dry soup. Oh no, I would not want to have to get up every 3 hours. No, and do that. I get up every 2 hours anyway, but it's kind of just go to the bathroom and get back under the covers. So no, having to do the wood stove, but it's better than freezing to death, I guess. Am I gonna go live tomorrow? Well, I do have to pick up my grandbaby tomorrow. So if I do go live tomorrow, it will be around a little bit after 2, like 2:10, 2:15. Because I generally try to I have to be there at 2 o'clock. But I have a whole hour to sit there. Venison stew. Very good, very good. Stew and like chicken and dumplings. Those are wonderful, hearty meals to have when it's cold outside. You want something that's going to warm up your insides. But so it's not gotten cold enough for me to really deep dive into my opening up. Oh, okay, you're going to go live tomorrow at 6. So I got to write that down because you know, honey, I'll forget. I've gotten so old. Well, it. All right, DG, I got you written down now. Oh, you're going to have an x-ray. Oh, okay. I'm sorry you hurt your wrist. I fractured my wrist, this one, eons ago. Eons ago. Throwing trash into a dumpster. And it took forever for that thing to heal. And it still every once in a while give me a little bit of a fit. You know, that rheumatism type thing. And, you know, if you ever watched the Waltons, Grandpa Walton would say, you know, your rheumatism will act up. Well, that's what every once in a while. But comfrey works really, really well if you have any comfrey oil, and comfrey oil is real easy to make. But I appreciate it very much. You just come by anytime you get the opportunity. No, it's not really carpal tunnel. For me, I pulled the tendons and they snapped, and it was a mess. It was a mess. Squirrel, hey, I got a cousin. His real name's Daryl, but we used to call him Squirrel all the time. I'm not real sure how we ever got that nickname either. Oh my word! Well, horses can be very dangerous. They're beautiful creatures. They're absolutely stunningly beautiful creatures, but they can be a little ornery, and you can get hurt. My daddy had Tennessee Walkers. That was his horse of choice. But I would love to have one of them little miniature horses. Oh, I think they're so cute. Not a pony, a miniature horse. They're adorable. And one of those Highland cows with the long eyelashes, not eyelashes, but like bangs. Oh, they're so cute. See, you know, we all kind of get nicknames, don't we? I never really had a nickname. Not that I remember anyway. I got to, you know, my husband's initials spell damn. Ain't that pitiful? I asked his mama and daddy, did y'all not think about that when you was naming him? Oh, okay. Reenactments. What kind of reenactments do you do? Like Civil War reenactments? Revolutionary War reenactments? Both I find quite fascinating. But oh dear, that's bad. See, with the toilet bowl, little lone prepper, the thing with, you know, we have a place in Ohio, and we go up there in the fall, and my husband empties out all the water in that house. I mean, it ain't got a drop of water in them pipes or anything. And he fills up the pipes, he fills up the hot water heater, he fills up every orifice of that house with that RV stuff that won't freeze. It's kind of like antifreeze you use for your car, but he puts it in all those pipes because he's scared to death they're going to freeze. It's kind of a pain if we go back up there in the wintertime because you have to empty all that out. Well, I've got to write your channel down here. Let me write down, because I'm horrible about, like I said, horrible about remembering. And if you subscribe to me, I will check you out and subscribe back. Civil War reenact. All right, Squirrel, which side you on? Are you in the Confederacy or are you in the other one? Just a question. Beth, I'm doing great tonight. I'm doing great. We had hamburgers for supper because I couldn't figure out what to have. And so, yeah. Uh, oh, that's okay. We all say bad words from time to time, and quite honestly, um, well, I have children, and they're adult children. And so I get to hear lots of colorful language from time to time. And if you ride with my husband, Lord knows if you in the car with that man, he gonna say bad words about somebody's driving. It's a given fact. Um. Oh, okay, Rotel dip. You know, I don't eat any of that stuff anymore, and haven't for a year. That don't mean I don't like it. Um. But I think I think the last time I had a chip and dip type evening was I did for football games. My husband's a huge football player, not player, but he watches it. And oh, do you have the outfits for both sides, the Union and the Rebel side? My daddy had them for both sides. But I have to say, I think he was I think he was a general when he was a rebel, and he was just like a foot soldier of some sort when he was in the Union. So he preferred to wear the other one. Um, but he liked a costume. The man loved a costume. Um, but I had a taco dip that was divine for football games. See, Nicole? Y'all just come on down because I'm thinking we'd get along just fine. Hey, John, how you doing, honey? Oh, honey, do I watch Smokey and the Bandit? Now, really? Of course. I have seen Smokey and the Bandit a bazillion times. Uh, and I don't know about that one, Nicole. I don't really watch a lot of TV. No, in fact, last night, we watched the last episode, my husband and I, of Blood of My Blood, which is part of the Outlander series. I don't watch that with Mama because it has sexual content. So I don't watch that with my mama. Oh, okay. See, we have oh Lord, now I can't remember the name of it. But it's up near Lake City, Florida, and they do a reenactment thing every year. And I have a lot of family up in that area. And we have a Confederate soldier who was in the family and was a hello Finding Joy, and he was a surgeon. His last name was Hill, and so my mama and her sister got to be the grand marshals of the parade thing one year for being a direct descendant of his. Joy, honey, you got to take care of them children. That's just that, it's part of life. You got to take care of people. Hey, little Penny, how you doing? Little Penny has such inspirational, cute things. And everybody, put your little stuff up there because I don't know how to do it. And we have to promote each other. There's a lot of trashy channels. And so if you've got an interesting, good channel, put it on there. And I like a lot of diversity, quite honestly. Okay, your daddy was in the Army? Well, my dad was in the Air Force. My sister was in the Air Force. My brother-in-law was in the Air Force. Okay, Nicole, read what you just wrote. Now, Nicole, I'm not bashing on you, sweetheart, because you just typed like I do. Sometimes I have to retype some 800 times because I just keep hitting the wrong button. Okay, my sister and her husband both retired from the Air Force, and I was married to a man who was in the Air Force, and he retired from the Air Force as well. My husband now was not in the military. Nicole, you're so good. But I want to, yeah, y'all promote each other and do what you can. Oh, see, I've never watched SpongeBob in my life. I've never seen it. And my children have, well, of course now they have. But when they were little, they didn't get to watch that. And they didn't get to watch, is it Bob's Burgers? And I mean, I was pretty strict on what they could watch. And like I say, I don't really watch a lot of TV. Horse, you have a good night. I think that and it wasn't that we were so busy with like a lot of extracurricular activities outside of our house. Hey, Okie Eden, how you doing? We were busy with things within our house. Like, you know, they didn't do a lot of, like the baby now, she does dance, she does jujitsu, you know. We didn't do piano lessons, and we were not one of those families. We did things, like I say, I'm doing real well. I am busy with my holiday preparations and with just life, you know. Sometimes I think that people also, unfortunately, I think people overwhelm themselves with things that they have to do. I try not to do that, try to pace myself. And now that Mama's not working, you know, she's home with me all day. And so, yeah, we just kind of take our lives slowly and do we do things we enjoy, and we go places and look at sights. Yes, I have watched Smokey and the Bandit too. In fact, I'll tell you a little story about Burt Reynolds. I met him, and we played a game of pool. He was very nice, and I used to babysit a lot when I was young, and one of the families that I babysat for had bought a car that Burt Reynolds had owned, and I was watching the children over a long weekend, and I had to take them to school, and I had to drive that car. Now, it happened to have been a Rolls Royce. I was so nervous, but I got him to school. But yes, he was a good-looking man, very good-looking man, and he was nice. You know, he played for Florida State, which, you know, and he lived not real far from where we are now. He had his, I wouldn't say it was a farm or a ranch. I'm not sure what you'd call it. It was just a big piece of property. But yeah, so I know who Burt Reynolds is. Have you ever seen the movie Deliverance? The Dueling Banjos? And now that's got some questionable stuff in it. Hey, Sand 888 Beach. I appreciate you being here for me. I really do, because, you know, we all have to support each other, and that's how we make our community grow, how we make our channel grow, is to support each other and spread out, and it's uplifting, you know, when you find a channel that you connect with. Squeal like a pig, yes. Little Lone Prepper, yeah, that part of the movie, yes. But I did like the dueling banjo part. And I liked the outfit that Burt Reynolds had on, you know. There's another one. The one with him and Dolly Parton, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. That's a pretty good one, too. Yes, exactly, Sand. We have to grow together. Um, we have to help uplift. Oh, thank you. I just did these today uh, because they were pink. Because the grandbaby picked out pink. But I'm like, well, pink don't match my dress. So I, it has been a hobby of mine. Oh my word. Over 20 years to paint my fingernails. And it started off innocently just painting your fingernails. But when I realized, okay, and I don't laugh, when I realized, okay, I can't eat. You can't put your hand in a bag of chips, or you can't eat with wet fingernails. You have to wait for them to dry. It's a deterrent to help me not. Because if you can hold off a little bit, you can sometimes let the craving will go away. Um, and so yeah. Now when I was really little, like we're talking first grade, we lived in Kentucky, just very briefly. But my grandma owned, thank you, I appreciate that, a beauty salon there. And I would go there after school. And if they didn't have anything going on, they would paint my fingernails for me. So I think that kind of also, gets into your psyche. I do my grandbaby's nails all the time. And she's pretty good at it. For being, well, she's almost 7. But she's pretty good at it. And the thing of it is, it helps to strengthen for me. It helps to strengthen them because I've got really, they're tough things. I can dig with them. Yes, I can count money. I can count money all day long. I don't let them get over this length. That's as long as I ever let them get. Because, oh, you worked at the Social Security office? I play in dirt every day, and this is Dollar Tree nail polish, people. I do not buy expensive nail polish. This is Dollar Tree. And it's the gel, but it holds up real well, I do have to say. I know you men are going, oh God, how boring she's talking about nail polish. I probably lost half y'all. But it's just kind of one of those things that I've always enjoyed doing, and it's kind of a relaxing thing. It's like, do y'all journal? You should. If you don't, you should. It's a wonderful way social services. Okay. I had an aunt who worked in social services. It was an interesting job. She actually retired from there. You meet all kinds of people working in there, I must say. Good, bad, and ugly. Yeah. Where was I going with that? Lord. Okay, Pearlman, now you're going to laugh again. My father was a competition marksman. Okay. And one of the things that we did in the evening, rather than watch TV, because we didn't watch a lot of TV, is we made bullets. Yes. We had little kegs of powder and all of the other supplies, and we had this one room in our house where that's what we did. We made bullets, all varying sizes, calibers, and so forth. And then on the weekends, if there was not a competition, we would, yes, that is a good movie, you're exactly right. We would be able to go out to the range and shoot with him. He shot competition all over the United States and was exceptionally good at it. In fact, we went to we were children. We were very young. Probably 12, 13, something like that. And we went to a competition in Mobile, Alabama, and it was so hot. Oh my word, it was in July. It was horrible. And the air conditioner couldn't keep up in the hotel. And so we went to the movie theater, and it was the year that Grease came out, the movie Grease. And we went to the movie theater and we watched that thing like 3 times because it was air conditioned. And we were like, we ain't going back. And my parents went out that night. Well, they didn't want to leave us at the house, or not house, but the hotel by ourselves. And one of the gentlemen who was on one of the shooting teams says, I'll stay here with them. I don't mind. Well, he just happened to have been a member of the Secret Service. He was on the Secret Service's mark and shoot, bang, bang thing. And so I still remember that he was so nice. He was so kind. But we all have some kind of interesting stories in our past that other people, we don't necessarily think they're particularly okay, an expert moonshine tester. Well, like I said, we lived in Kentucky, so I do know a little bit about moonshine. Not a lot. I don't like it. It's nasty tasting. It really is. But being a long distance truck driver, I would not do well with that. First of all, I have to pee too much, quite honestly. The other thing is, I think it just drive me crazy. Having to sit that much, and the foolishness of drivers, especially now. I have an uncle that's what he did. He was a long distance truck driver, and my aunt would go with him a lot. And they just made it kind of an event. They enjoyed it. Did not seem to be one of those things that I particularly would have liked. Okay, you don't know what you just scrolled onto. Well, okay, I'm Granny. Welcome, George. And quite honestly, right now you're just listening to me jabber. But you can ask me questions if you want to. And I'm just telling you little tidbits about me or my family at this point. See, Sam, it's one of those things that once you have a couple of big old babies like I did, that you know where every every restroom in town is. You just do. So yeah. And you know where the clean ones are and where the not so clean ones are. Yeah. It's like when we were going to buy a camper. I wasn't real picky about the camper. Now the grandbaby she wanted bunk beds. My only true concern is I wanted a comfortable bed and I wanted a bathroom. Those were my 2 things. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care if we have a microwave. I don't care if we have a TV. None of that. Well, air conditioning. I wanted air conditioning, a bed, and a bathroom. Those were my criteria. Sam, thank you so much. But yeah, so we've got a little tiny camper. It's not very big because we don't go camping very often. Really and truly, my husband bought that camper for that grandbaby. I didn't pick it out. So he didn't buy it for me. Now she loves to go. Now it's funny because she likes to go in there and play. Okay, we can go in the camper and play. Um, I do have some videos on there. They're older, you know, because that was in the summer. We went camping, and now there again, don't laugh. We don't go camping very far from home. Okay, little cribber. Okay, I have always had indoor plumbing. Uh, I'm very thankful for that. I'm not opposed to going outside if I have to, but I'm very thankful for indoor plumbing, for air conditioning. Uh, yeah, for sure. Um, Thank you all very kindly, Joy. Thank you, and saying thank you. Um, I had an aunt and uncle in Kentucky that did not have indoor plumbing until the 80s. Um, it just wasn't a necessity for them. They didn't feel it a necessity. I um I tell you what, the when I got married, not to not to my husband now, but before, that was one of my things. I wanted an indoor washer and dryer. Cause I tell you what, I hate to go to the laundromat. Mama and I were talking about that the other day. We both had to go to the laundromat before, and I hate it. Ugh, I'm spoiled. Yes, I'm spoiled. I don't like to go to the laundromat. I'll hang stuff out if I have to, but I know I'm spoiled. I know. Yes, Joy, thank you for everyone for their kindness, for their support. It does mean a great deal to me. And I think that, like I said before, if y'all advertise, put your things up there. Um, oh yeah, outhouse bathrooms, they were real. Yeah. But I think that if we ever had to retro, you know, if for some reason there are a lot of people who are going to pickle up a problem, because they are so accustomed to the convenient items, you know. And there again, like a washer and dryer. Well, you know, you can hang your clothes out, and it'll do real good, you know. And then you can wash clothes in a bucket, and it don't take a whole lot of water. Um, yes, you did have to be careful with it in the summertime because they'll get snakes in them. Um, and I don't do snakes. Not at all. Oh Lord, Nicole. I'm sorry, I'd have a bucket in the house. I really would. You know, they used to have them little, they call them slop jars. Yeah, that would be what I would have to do in the winter because I don't see me going out traipsing through winter weather to go to the bathroom at 2 o'clock in the morning. Even if I was up stoking the fires, I don't see me going traipsing out there. I'd wake up. It would wake me completely up, and then I would never get back to sleep. It would be horrible. Oh, it would. It would. It would just be absolutely horrible. Joy, Nicole, y'all, mercy, Alan. I just, gracious. No, I'm not. I like cold weather, but I just don't know. You know, Radar was complaining about their weather. They've already had snow in the higher elevations and so forth, and he was talking about having to take his vitamin D supplements. I don't have to take vitamin D supplements. I can just go outside. So, uh, oh, Nova Scotia, Glenn. See, I think that I would like to go to Nova Scotia sometime, but I think I would want plumbing and electricity, like a resort or an Airbnb. However, saying that, I also know I can tent camp. I can rough it. Now, I haven't done it in a long time, but I can. Uh, oh, mercy. Nicole, how do you stand it? We are lucky, Sand. We are very fortunate. And Nicole, I'm sure she will agree too, even though she lives on a homestead that's more, shall we say, self-sufficient. Uh, we are a fortunate generation. Uh, I, my children were born in the 90s. I was born in 1963. My mama was born in 1938. Um, oh, okay. We got up to 83, show and tell, and it rained, and it was like very humid and gray. It was not a pretty day at all, and very windy, extraordinarily windy. Um, One of the things we rode over to the river, and it had little white caps on the lagoon, and the water was so dark and ugly. It was not pretty today, not a pretty day. Um, but we have good days, we have bad days. I have cousins who live in New Mexico who keep wanting me to go out there to visit them, and they too have the temperatures like you do, show and tell. Show and tell, if y'all want to catch up with the news and what is really happening, you need to go to show and tell, because she does a really, really nice job of keeping us all informed of what's going on. I have not been on there this evening because I was watching the stuff on the TV about the people in Jamaica, which just devastates it. The sound of snow. You know what? When I did live up north, I don't recall there ever really being a sound of snow. I'll have to think on that. Next, we're planning. See, you're just a sweet little old baby, show and tell. I'm old enough to be your mama, maybe even your grandmama. Okay, Pearlman, you starting to get a little chilly up there. See, we're gonna end up having to go up to Ohio. I don't think we're gonna go. I think we'll probably go in January or February. She wants to go right now, the grandbaby, but I don't think her mama's gonna let her miss school. So I think we're gonna have to, and she'd love to go up there and spend, an extended period of time. But we're doing good to be able to spend 2 or 3 days at a time because her mama don't like for her to be gone, and I understand that. Oh, you're in Colorado. Okay. I've been to the airport many times, but I've only been in Colorado. Went up Pikes Peak, and went to a rodeo. I've got friends though that live in Colorado. Well, honey, you've got a nice channel. I don't mind talking about people who've got nice channels. And you're trying to keep us all informed. You don't want us to be a bunch of blithering idiots. That's a good thing. Whew, 32. That's a little chilly, Nicole. My feet and my hands would be what would get cold, I think. And I don't like driving in the snow either. The snow and ice and stuff, I don't like driving in. I can do it, but I don't like it. And we had to drive from the airport, it was Fort Wayne, Indiana Airport, to the house in Ohio, near Lima, Ohio, and it was a whiteout. Oh, that was so scary to me. And my babies was in the back seats. And luckily, we had the suitcases which were packed full of garments in case we had to bundle up more, but that's just too cold. No. uh, we don't get to 32 degrees, Nicole. And we have not, it has not frozen here, knock on wood, it has not frozen here in at least 5 years. Now, there's a good and a bad to that. The good is our tropical plants continue to thrive. The bad is our weeds also continue to thrive. Oh, well, see, I'd have to have me one of them mummy sleeping bags if I was going to sleep outside and it was going to be that cold. And does it cover up your face? I mean, because wouldn't your nose just get so cold? I think your nose and your ears. Mercy. Colorado is beautiful. I do have to say it is beautiful. But I wouldn't want to live there. Okay, so I'm sure everybody does this. But you talk about, okay, if I was to win the lottery, what would I do? Weeds, yes, weeds. Weeds that you have to pull. Not like weeds. No, not that kind. No. I don't do that kind. But to each their own. I'm not going to condemn anybody you're free white and whatever, you're 21. You don't even have to be white to be quite honest. And at this point, I don't even know that you have to be 21. But the thing of it is, hey James, what was I saying? Oh God, I got off track again. You know what? I'm just losing my mind. Well, joy, see, that's the thing with the holidays, with Christmas particularly. No, we are not going to have snow, obviously. But I tell you what, you come and look at what I'm going to show you come December, and you tell me you don't feel like it's Christmas. It feels like it's Christmas in my house. Nicole, thank you. Oh, it's a lottery, yes. Okay, so my husband and I, we was talking about the lottery. It's like something ridiculous. It's like $700 million or something. Now, I don't buy tickets, he buys tickets. And so we were talking about what will we do with this money. Well, of course, he comes up with these weird cars, and I'm like, no. I want land. I want massive amounts of land. Yeah, see, we get a little chilly, but it's not anything that is, I mean, you're not going to die if you had to sleep outside. Now, my daughter lives in Wisconsin. That's too cold. But she loves it. She absolutely loves it. Oh, yeah. A large parcel I want a creek or a pond. I got a list. I got a list of everything I want to buy when I win the lottery. And I know which states I would live in versus which states I would not live in. And it's dreaming. It's just dreaming, and it's okay. Dreaming can be fun. Okay, see, Perlman, I've never been to Wisconsin. I'm thinking I would like to go and visit her. I mean, I would love to visit my daughter. I want to see my daughter. But well, John, go get in the bathtub. Oh, you got out of the bathtub. I love to take a bath. A bubble bath? Ooh, I love to take a bath. Yeah, dreaming is free. And sometimes, when you're thinking about, if you won these huge amounts of money and all this and stuff, you think about the people you could help. You think about the places that you could go and see, and you could take people with you, the experiences you could have. it's just fun. It's just fun. Um, oh, see, Pearlman, I think you're right because, well, my daughter, Pearlman and I are talking about Wisconsin, and my daughter, um, she did live in Chicago, and so now she's in like some suburb somewhere in Wisconsin. And so I think she's found that she likes, the truth of the matter is, if I won the lottery and I told my daughter you could live anywhere you want to live, I think she'd go live in Scotland. Yeah, and I think she might would get herself one of them hobbit houses. Okay, little old prepper. I don't mind getting on an airplane at all. In fact, Radar's bush camp and I have talked about the fact that if I won, we might buy an airplane and he could fly me around wherever I wanted to go. Don't mind that. Um, See, I've never been to Wisconsin, but I do think I'm going to try to go at some point. I don't know that I would permanently leave the United States, but I definitely would go. And John, good night, honey. You get some sleep, say your prayers, and come back next week. I'll be here, same time, same bat channel. Um, I just think that I would do. Nicole, you're scared of flying. Well, the beauty of that is that the roadways, I don't know about anywhere else, because quite honestly, I haven't ever driven anywhere else. Well, I drove in Canada just a little bit, but not much. Uh, are you going to drive to Radar's house? Oh, Lord, child. I fly. For those kind of distances, I fly. But that I think it would be fun to travel in like a big old motorhome. If you won the lottery, in a big old motorhome and drive all over the place and stop. And when you see some kind of little, uh, world's biggest ball of yarn, I might want to see the world's biggest ball of yarn. Pull over, honey. And you can still have, if you wanted a sandwich, you don't have to go find a restaurant. You can just make yourself what you want in your motorhome. I just think that might be kind of neat. Oh, do you get motion sickness, Joy, when you're in a vehicle or only in the air? Permanent, it's going to take you a while to drive all the way out to Radar's. I don't do rides on amusement parks. I think I might have vertigo. Well, I've never taken it, but I do get seasick on certain boats. Yeah, I think I would probably stay in the United States as far as like uh, my home base, but I would travel. Well, I can see where, if you're blind, that it would be very stressful to fly. Um, it might be too stressful for me to even leave my house, to be quite honest. So I feel like, you need to be applauded and revered for the fact that you are able to go out and function. Um, but I don't mind flying at all. I don't even remember. I think, I'm not positive. I think maybe I flew with my dad when I was really small. I don't remember. My dad loved to fly. He always, but I don't have a problem with flying. And oh Lord, my grandbaby loves to fly. Well, yeah, I guess you're right, Pearlman. Okay, well, at least you're going to stop halfway. That's not quite so bad. We have driven straight through to Ohio a couple of times, and it's basically a 20-hour trip, and that's a little far. That your buttocks start to feel, and my feet swell. Don't your feet swell if you in that crane all that time? I think my feet would swell. The truth is, Sandy, you are correct. It is safer to fly than it is to drive. But I understand the fear that people have because you have to give full control over to the plane and the pilot. And then of course there's the waiting in the airports. It's still quicker for us to fly, but that waiting in the airports, boy, it can get to you after a while, quite honestly. So I haven't told y'all, but we, hey, Ohio Valley Prepping, where'd you drive straight? Now see, what is this doing? My TV? Good Lord have mercy. It's talking to me. Oh, okay, you drove from Vegas? That's pretty far. To Ohio? Now see, why is my, oh, there we go. Now see, I've never had any kind of calamity happen on an airplane, but, see, Ohio, that's the way my husband does it. He only wants to stop for gas. And quite honestly, I got to stop and walk around a little more frequently than he does. But he's like one of those, And I don't fall asleep in the car. Like, it just, he was telling my cousins were here visiting this weekend. And that man was making up stories about me. He said he was trying to sleep in the back of the truck. We have one of those mattress things that goes in the back of the truck that turns it into a bed. And he said, so he was back there trying to sleep while I was driving. We were on our way to Ohio. He said, the whole time she's going like this. The whole time I'm just bouncing around. That was a lie. I did not drive like that. I'm like, little man, I'm going to get you. You wait till he falls asleep. Oh, see, I'm blessed. I don't have any of those anxiety, panic disorder things. Now my daughter does, and they're real. I mean, they're real. So I understand them, and I'm very thankful I don't have them. I can't see without my glasses on, Joy. Nicole, we need to work on your anxieties. We can work on them together. Oh, that sounds fun. To go to Australia or New Zealand or Iceland or Scotland, Ireland. I've been to England, but I didn't sightsee a whole lot, so that might not be too bad. I think I might like that. Ohio, I fly a couple of times a year. I have to fly up to see y'all in Ohio. Cause it's too far to drive. I think that we would drive if my husband didn't have a job. But he only has this much vacation time. He did tell me that we should take one of the vehicles and just leave it in Ohio. And his idea was I would drive it up there and he would fly and meet me. We'll see. My sister lived in Alaska, and Radar's Bush Camp lived in Alaska, Nicole. Um, well, Pearlman, I understand that. We had a flight delay, whew, what, 2 years ago, I think it was. And we ended up having to go back home in Ohio and fly out of a totally different airport the next day. It was a pain in the butt. Um, so yeah, I think I think I'd like to go to Alaska. I've had a lot of friends that have gone to Alaska this summer. They all took boats. Now, of course, from here they have to fly to um, Oregon. I think they flew into Oregon, and then from Oregon they take the boat because they all took cruises. One took what they called a National Geographic cruise, and that one looked really cool, but I bet you that sucker was expensive. Oh, I have changed planes in both Denver and Chicago. Atlanta's not fun either. Neither is Heathrow in England. None of those are fun to change. Oh, Lord, they lost your luggage? Well, yeah, I wouldn't like that so much. But well, when we go to Ohio, we don't have luggage because we have clothes up there. And so it's pretty much just me and my pocketbook getting on the airplane. Oh, Atlanta. I remember one time we were in Atlanta and I was flying and I had my daughter with me. And she was just a little teeny little baby. I don't remember exactly what, it was some kind of weather phenomena. And so we were in that airport, and the number of people with small children who were not prepared, they didn't have their formula or their diapers or whatever for any kind of extended stay, was shocking to me because, I was shocking again. I was prepared. If I had to spend a week in the airport with my baby, I would have been okay. But these people, Everybody that I know that has done the cruise to Alaska, Nicole, have really enjoyed it. They have really, really enjoyed it. And in fact, my friend Carol that went, she said that they were able to get an upgrade for free because I guess somebody had canceled their trip or whatever. So they were really happy with that. I think that I would like parts of a cruise, but I don't drink, and I'm so limited on my food anymore. So, and I don't gamble, so I don't want to go on some kind of gambling something. I just like to go and look. I don't, and I would love to take pictures of all of it and everything, but yeah, now my sister and her husband, they lived, like I said, they were stationed there, and they have no desire whatsoever to go back, which I can understand. And my mama even went up there. My mama flew up there when they were stationed there, and she loved it. She thought it was just wonderful. However, it was July and she was cold. Yeah. I'm not afraid of death myself, let alone prepper. Okay, so saying if you want to do the thing with the animals, my friends that did the National Geographic one really, really liked it. They're the ones that brought me back to fish because they went on some kind of hello Ray. They went on some kind of like fishing expedition thing, and really enjoyed that. And they've got some fabulous pictures, you know. Little otter with the little baby otter on top of it laying here. It was wonderful. And I think somebody I know took a helicopter ride and really enjoyed that part. My son and I took a helicopter ride in the Florida Keys, and I'd have to say it is fun. And you get to see the stuff floating around in there. I would not be one of the people who would want to go out in that cold water and fish myself. I will eat the fish from it, but I do not want to go and fish myself. But the fish is very, very tasty. So, well, I have had y'all on here for quite some time. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed evening and the rest of the week. Be kind to the little trick-or-treaters that you get. And, oh, y'all hear the kitty cat? I'm sorry the dog didn't join me. My husband must have fell asleep. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And polar bears. Oh, yes. I had a friend of mine who had a stuffed polar bear that they had in their house. Isn't that weird? I felt bad for it. But, yes, I appreciate everybody coming on, everybody who has subscribed that didn't subscribe before. You know, I'm slowly building my channel, and I know I post a lot of little piddly things, but I appreciate the people viewing it. Yes, you hear that meow? I don't know what that kitty cat wants. Her name is Freya, and they call them a tuxedo kitty, and she don't really like me very much. I don't know if it's that she don't like me or she don't like the dog. I know she hates the dog. So, y'all have a great night, and thank you so very, very much. I'm going to try to go on tomorrow, but you know, I might not. We'll see. Good night, everyone.